Hey Leo, welcome to your reading for Gemini season 2024. Okay, so I'm about to read you your oracle card that you got for this reading, and it is focused around forgiveness. So I find this passage really interesting about forgiveness. If this card has come to you, ironically, you need to commit to forgiveness by getting the idea of forgiveness out of your head and focus on healing. Forgiveness implies that profound healing must take place when you commit to walking the path of healing. Forgiveness is something that happens to you, often spontaneously. In other words, forgiveness will fall in your lap as a result of taking seemingly unrelated steps on the healing path. And remember, you have not fully forgiven something until you feel that there is nothing left to forgive. So we'll keep that in mind as we go through your spread here. So it does look like there is some steps on a healing process path going on for you right now, Leo. The Seven of Wands, you're in a somewhat of a defensive stance, but also very grounded and firm. And it looks like, whatever adversities are coming your way on your healing path, you are meeting them with firm boundaries and strength and self-protection. And with the Seven of Cups in reverse here, it looks like you have let go of illusions and have clarity that is allowing you to have the boundaries when you need them. On a subconscious level, whoa. Okay, Star card and the Tower card. This looks like humongous changes in your psyche, in your subconscious programming are happening right now. And looks to me like there may be manifesting some tests for you. It looks like in the recent past, there might have been another test where, something was brought to justice, either you or someone else made a situation right and correct and fair, and it released a really huge burden for you with the Ten of Wands in reverse. And then there's something about travel here as well. I'm not sure. This card came out like more than once, so I wasn't going to take it because it seemed unrelated, but it came out twice. So that there could be something related to travel in that situation for you. But with this profound healing going on a subconscious level, it looks like it's kind of like leaving some carnage in its wake. A challenge for you at this time looks like there's a loss of a family situation. And it has to do with your intuition or your inner voice, maybe being spoken, or maybe just that sort of, actually, no, the High Priestess isn't usually about speaking your truth. It's more about just knowing and feeling your truth. So that could have resulted in, or it since it's in the challenge position, maybe it is that you're taking that knowing to be challenging and problematic because it could end up in the loss of a family, or it already did. Also a challenge for you at this time is, to take this newfound strength and to channel it into a traditional aspect of your life. That could be institution. It could be, something professional. It could be something education related. It could be marriage. It could be, it could be many different manifestations, finding some type of guidance to some type of channel to manifest that strength through in a way that is traditional and, institutionalized. So the challenge I see coming in at the top of the reading here is something to do with a person who is tricky. The Magician card here, you know, it is in the upright, so that's not terrible. The Magician has obviously many wonderful qualities, but just the cards that are surrounding it to me is making me think that this energy or this archetype in your life, however it's showing up, if it's a person or, you know, a group of people or someone taking, you know, some action being taken towards you, it's causing conflict, or it's not over, basically. Whatever this is representing for you, with the Death card in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse, it's like something is not over and it's looping back around. So maybe it might have to do with this Justice situation in the past. I see similarities in the colors between the cards that I'm talking about and the ones in the past. So maybe it was brought to justice in the past, but it's looping back around and here to stir up some more conflict. And this position doesn't necessarily mean that it's happened already. This one can be kind of like maybe coming in really soon, or it's like energetically already here, but it hasn't manifested into something you can see yet. However, it does look like in the near future, it probably will become visible. I see a person in the near future showing up who is like two-sided, two-faced. This person, there's a narcissistic side of this person with the Queen of Swords in reverse who wants attention, who wants success, who wants to be in the spotlight. And then there's another side of this person who is very loving, who has a lot of love, probably for you, and who wants a reunion and a soulmate connection with you. And I pulled a lot of cards to help with this message here, and it seems to me like this person has been watching you on social media with the Page of Swords. This person's feeling stuck with the Chariot sideways. They feel like they can't move forward or move backwards, and they're feeling like very stressed and burdened by this with the Nine of Wands here. And yeah, there's no change in their life. They're kind of like spinning their wheels. And it looks like they're going to come in requesting forgiveness. But that is the Oracle card you pulled, right? Or we pulled. That forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean forgiveness. It means, in this reading anyway, continuing to heal. Continue to heal. Take your steps on your healing path. And that forgiveness will eventually happen, but is going back into a situation with someone who's, you know, this confused and frustrated and like dichotomized, you know, split essentially in their personality and their being. Is that going to be healing for you to eventually find forgiveness for whatever happened with this person? This person's going to come in saying they have regret. And maybe even talking about financial problems that they're going through, and maybe some addictions that they're dealing with that have been plaguing them. But this person's on the low holding a grudge. And it just doesn't look all rosy to me. It looks like, you know, you are going to realize you're on different pages than this person, and that there's unhealed wounds either for you or for them that are blocking forward movement, and that this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. And then look at you down here in the bottom, next to the subconscious position. You are going to be almost untouched by this because you are so in this new chapter of your life. And I got these cards that you're moving in silence. Like, I get the sense you might not even acknowledge if there is communication from this person, or you might not even say anything. You definitely aren't going to let them know about success that you're having. This card says your light irritates their demons. So I think you're going to have a sense about how aggravated this person could be, and you're just going to kind of move quietly. But just remembering that continuing to do your healing work is the most important thing. And yeah, there's always tests anytime we level up and try to move into a new chapter in our life. I think you're going to do great, Leo. And so the current situation here, you're at this moment right now where you're shifting from the internal light that you have been sitting in and basking in for a while now, probably through the winter. It's about to become external and actually channel into some growth and some change in your life. But it's like just that moment where it's switching from being internal to external. So you got the Hermit, walking the path alone, relying on your inner guidance and your inner light. And then it changes to the Page of Wands, where you get like a burst of energy and some enthusiasm, and then it moves into the Two of Wands, where you're deciding how to actually move this stage forward. Well, actually, you got the Ace of Wands here too, so technically that comes before the Two of Wands. So, that goes, I should have put them in order. That goes to, a new opportunity, a new idea, a new concept in your life. And then once that matures, then it moves into the Two of Wands, where you're actually making plans, making decisions. How do I move this inception forward into something tangible? And then the Temperance card was in the mix here. So finding balance, finding self-control over a lot of intense emotion. Anytime we're talking about healing, obviously there's a lot of deep emotions that are happening with that. So through that, you're finding your balance, finding moderation. You might be scaling back from any addictions you had. If you have involvement with someone who has addiction, you do too. That's just in therapy. That's how it works. Our partners are, relationships. I don't know if this is a partner or, someone else in your life, family member, anyone you're in relationship with. We mirror each other. So this person coming in the near future looks like they have some addiction issues. So what are your addiction issues? They're not going to be the same. It's often not like, oh, they do drugs and you do drugs too. Sometimes it's like, they are an alcoholic, you're a relationship addict, or they're a drug addict and you're, a food addict, or whatever it is. But you're finding moderation through this process in whatever ways you have coped. And then you're moving into the Three of Wands, which is amazing. That's your ships coming in, looking towards the future. So this moment right now is big. Like to move through all those stages in one position of the reading. Journal about this time, Leo, because it's going to be something you're going to want to look back on in your life and remember. So in your environment here, we have a third party. This person is someone who likes to come in between relationships, be a third party. They don't have self-worth. They don't have self-love. And because of that, it looks to me like they find power in starting drama. And they're a happiness hater. They don't like seeing other people happy. They're always partying. This is another addict. Scarcity tactics. So, you know, they might be lacking in abundance or love in their life. And so they stir things up to compensate for that. And they're a drama starter. So be aware of that person. Your hopes and fears, you really want to move forward into some new energy. Like you want to change, you want to step off that cliff and just trust that the universe is going to catch you as you land and start a new journey. Be, you know, innocent and happy and carefree. But you have this fear that you're being held back from progress, that there, you know, things won't move forward in your life at this time. So in the outcome, more tests, right? So this reading is focusing on one aspect of your life. And it looks to be about some type of relationship dynamic, pattern, addiction, whatever it is that is big in your life right now. So this might not apply to any one relationship in your life, but it looks like there's going to be you're going to be coming up with a big change here with the Wheel of Fortune. Something big, something really, you know, lucky, good karma coming in for you. And unfortunately, there's going to be a narcissistic person. This could be a father figure. The Emperor doesn't have to be a father figure. It can just be like a strong masculine energy in your life. But given that the energy is narcissistic, it could be a father figure. If it's not a father figure for you, it could be someone who does have children or does have like a following or does have a community that they kind of manage, or that they are very present with. They might not outwardly appear to be narcissistic because the Emperor upright is a strong leader and like a loving masculine energy. However, with this change in your life, it's going to bring out a narcissistic aspect of this person that maybe not everybody can see. And it looks like they're going to come in and they're going to be, you know, saying, you know, I made my decision. I'm ready to take action. And with the Devil here, I think they're going to want to really like secure a bond with you in order to keep you stuck is not based on love. There are no cards of love here. And so it's going to be a big test for you in your healing journey with the Judgment card of how you remember this moment that you're in now, about how you had the vision to move your goals forward and to be very like purposeful in moving into a new positive phase in your life where you're actually like actualizing and manifesting visions and what's important and what's precious to you. And so, yeah, I see lots of tests. And Leo, I know that, you know, you're a very emotional person. Well, most Leos are. Love is kind of like our Achilles heel. We can get really pulled into situations where we feel loved or where we want to love somebody against our better judgment. But I think this reading is really calling out, it's such a, you know, as a Leo, it's just really intense what's going on right now. And so if that's going on for everybody else, then, you know, this is a blessing to be having this reading to, you know, kind of look back on in the next few months. I'm not sure, you know, this final test could come in the next 6 to 12 months. Could be even a little sooner. But it's really going to be important to just remember this once we get a little further away from the intensity of what is happening right now with this process. And just to remember that forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean forgiving somebody. It means healing to the point where you're not hurting anymore. And you can actually literally forgive somebody because you don't feel anger, you don't feel resentment, you don't feel sadness, you feel healed and you feel peaceful. And that's when the forgiveness comes, not when somebody demands it, when you're still upset and you're still hurt. All right, Leos, take care.